My name is J Gibb. I am a filmmaker, but I used to be a scientist. So this basically is my attempt to try and condense a workshop that I normally do into a kind of top level guide that will help you make the best of the tools that you have to hand. So let's say that you've got your mobile phone and you want to be shooting some video with it. Now, if you actually go into your camera settings, you'll probably find that there's lots of different ways that you can actually record video. On this device that I have, it's an iPhone XR, it allows you to go everything from slow motion, time-lapse, 4K, 1080, 720, all of these terms regarding the quality of the video that you can shoot. Shooting at something like 720 frames progressive, at about 25 or 30 frames per second, whichever your particular device is capable of handling, is a great benchmark to go for. Before you use your phone, check the battery. Check that notifications are off. The best thing that you can have that will transform your video from amateur to professional is something like this. Just a tiny little travel tripod, which I picked up for about 10 quid. Once it's on the tripod, I can control the composition. If I'm interviewing somebody, I'm now in a position where I can place the camera anywhere that I want to. I can take into account factors like lighting, etc. But the important thing is this is not going to be juddering around, making it look cheap, shoddy, unprofessional. Now, I love lighting. I absolutely love lighting. If you're going to be interviewing somebody or talking to somebody on camera through your phone and you want them to look good, try not to have them with a window behind them. Try, if you can, to have a situation where the light is coming more to one side of the face than the other. You've got some nice lighting coming in at the side, they may be sitting in a little bit at an angle, everything's looking good. How do you place your person? I quite like to go straight down the middle, but there's other things you can do. If you want it to look more newsy, you might have them over here, and then you would be asking the questions over here, and then I would be talking. I think people do worry a lot about sound. They worry about the background air conditioning. They worry about background noises. They worry about, is the mic good enough? Am I going to pick things up enough? Well, I can tell you from having done lots of phone-only videos that, yeah, by and large, phones are good enough for this kind of stuff. As a sort of rule of thumb, I try not to be more than around 5 feet away from somebody if I'm interviewing them. The real problems are things like background music. Can't have for copyright reasons, can't have because it interferes with the edit. I love interviewing people. I have seen really bad interviews being done. It shocks me sometimes. So here's a bad interview. You've been working here for how long? And what is it that you do exactly? It kills me when I see an interview being done badly, when there's no connection between the questions being asked, the person who's asking the questions, and the person who's sitting there giving you their time and trying to help you. Know your questions in advance. Know why you want to ask them. Know what you want them to say. Reverse engineer your interviews. Know what you want that person to say, and then ask the questions that will elicit those answers. Listen to what they say. Be friendly, be polite, be courteous. One of the big differences clearly between a straight interview and a film is going to be additional shots. So if you happen to be on location somewhere and you've interviewed somebody, then be mindful of your environment, be mindful of the story that you're trying to tell, and capture additional shots with your camera. And when you take those shots, to set yourself aside from the amateurs, take them correctly. And what I mean by that is use your camera. It doesn't have to be on a tripod for a lot of these shots, but just hold the camera steady for at least 5 seconds on the thing that you want to film. Capture these 5-second shots around you. Focus on, in terms of the types of shots, focus on wide shots, So you might have an entire building that could be the place where the interviewee works. You want mid shots. This is kind of a wide mid shot. You maybe want mid shots that are more like this. Oh, that looks stupid. And then you want close-ups, and close-ups are off. For me, I love close-ups. They're often imagine the stereotypical shot of a scientist with the eye right down the microscope. That kind of thing is a nice sort of close-up. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope it's been useful. This has been a very quick guide to this kind of world that I inhabit. If you have any other questions, just get in touch with me directly. My website's barryjamesgibb.com. The best possible result for me after you watching this is that you just have a little bit more confidence to go out there and do something interesting and not believe that just because you only have a phone, you can't make great content. You can. Bye.